Hello people, I'm Jaby Koay. Joining us is ACHARA KIRK.
Hi.
We're going to look at the honest trailers for Wonder Woman. So I am a big fan of the Wonder Woman film.
Yes.
And ACHARA recently met the director.
Yes, I was like really awkward. I was fangirling so hard. All I could muster was, I loved your movie. It was really awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's a brilliant film. Let's check this honest trailers out. I wonder how this is gonna go.
I know.
Like, how do you make fun of such a great film?
We'll find out. So
Bunch of
many
ladies.
chicas.
Today's episode is brought to you by M&M's Caramel Chocolate Candies.
Ooh.
From the studio, known for confusing length with depth, complexity with intelligence, and self-absorbed downers with heroism, the DCEU pulls off its biggest success yet by not doing those things.
Yep. Yep.
Wonder Woman. After Supergirl, Catwoman, and Elektra, studios doubted a female-led superhero movie could succeed.
I like Supergirl.
Now, Patty Jenkins bravely asks the
Jenkins.
question, what if
Yes.
a female-led superhero movie wasn't absolute garbage from beginning to end? And had a powerful message for girls.
Yes.
Save the world. Look flawless doing it. Be a literal god. Then men might begrudgingly have tolerate your presence.
If this woman can read it, we should hear what she has to say.
Yes, very well.
Woohoo! Progress! Settle in for an origin story about the Greek gods. Inside an origin story for Wonder Woman. Inside an origin story for World War II.
The armistice is of paramount importance.
And visit Themyscira. Themyscira. Themisia? Visit Xena, Warrior Island. A society where women train from birth to cover for Gal Gadot's accent.
In the event of an invasion.
This belonged to the greatest warrior in our history.
You need to tell us now.
Yes, but Ares is behind that corruption.
These Amazons have been preparing their whole lives to fight the god of war, Ares. And you can bet that when war reaches their shores, they'll get wrecked by German teams with bolt-action rifles.
Oh, yeah, sad.
Yeah.
Maybe send out a scout once every 500 years, or at least deploy some of your invisible jets. I know you have them. Meet Diana, a girl never actually referred to as Wonder Woman. She's the
That's
hero
true.
the DCEU
Yes, yeah.
doesn't deserve, but sure as hell needs right now. She's optimistic, confident, iron-willed, vulnerable, uncompromising, and just so hot. I can say that, right? I mean, I don't want to come off like James Cameron, because it's definitely not the only thing she's got going for her, but damn, she's stronger, faster, and smarter than the men around her. But every superhero has a kryptonite, and hers is not knowing jack about anything.
What war?
It's a watch, tells time.
What for?
Why are they holding hands? What do these women wear into battle? Does the average man not sleep?
What is a secretary? At the front? What, front of what?
Marriage?
You speak 100 languages. You know what marriage means. Experience this groundbreaking superhero movie, but not so groundbreaking that they didn't put one of the bankable Hollywood Chris's in it. Chris Pine surprises and delights in a performance that gives him his first lead in the great Hollywood Chris-off. But he's more than just eye candy. He's Diana's emotional support, a voice of caution, and a love interest in constant need of rescue. Hey, they gave him the role women always have to play against the male superheroes, didn't they? I see what you did there. In a film with two grounded, complex leads, cringe at villains pulled from a different, much campier movie.
Captain Musk want help.
They don't know that.
That seems to forget the Germans in World War I were not the Nazis.
One of the good guys, and those are the bad guys.
Seriously expects us to buy this human milk thistle as the god of war, and implies that Wonder Woman kept her head down for all of Hitler and Stalin. But did suit up the moment Lex Luthor made a Ninja Turtle. You know what? I'm sorry for even bringing BVS into this. Let's just let this one stand on its own. So get ready for a film about balancing the good and bad in all of us, that contains good and bad within itself, in this flawed but important movie that's no less important for having flaws. Is it an inspirational, well-made film that finally gives women a superhero to be proud of?
Yes.
Yes. Does it end with a lightning hands mustache man yelling video game level dialogue?
And I believe in love.
Then I
Also, yes. Starring
I mean,
Amazon Prime. Want to touch the piney. Also the Queen and Gladiator. Princess Cutter-Up.
oh, party boy. Apologies.
A drunk Scotsman. A sneaky Frenchman. A wise old Indian guide. What are these guys? The Howland stereotypes? Pam Beasley. I mean, Dawn Tinsley. Dun, 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 dun. And Snyder Vision. A Justice League of her own.
You're
was
better
awesome.
off without me, yeah?
No, Charlie. Who will sing for us?
Your friend clearly has PTSD. Let him go home.
That just makes me want to watch the Wonder Woman movie. And I have the Blu-ray. And I think you can get it now as well. It's been released. So there you go.
Yes, I am looking forward to owning that and watching that many times over. He didn't really point out anything negative about the movie except for the
villains.
ending. Like, the ending is something that a lot of people had talked about because it was just this big explosive ending. And I kind of picked up on that myself when I watched it. I called it the skadoosh moment because... You know, like Po in Kung Fu Panda, like does skadoosh and then blows up the enemy in the, I forget the name of the bad guy in Kung Fu Panda, but yeah, whatever his name is. But it was literally the skadoosh moment where she summons all her power and blows him up. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much what happened in Kung Fu Panda. Only time will tell, because I still wonder if it was really that good of a movie or if it was just good in comparison to the other movies that preceded it. I would happily watch 2-3 more Wonder Woman movies just off that first one. I'm like, I could watch that. Spoiler alert, I wish they didn't kill off Chris Pine in the first one because that's such a good dynamic. Like they could have done 2 more movies before offing him.
And it's not like they can use him in flashback, or can they?
No.
I don't know.
Well, I mean they could, but you know, you'd be making up stuff. It'd be retroactively.
Yeah.
Or redconning it, as they say. I don't know. That's not the right word. I don't know. But yeah, Screen Junkies was right on with their referencing to the other DCEU films. They couldn't really make fun of the movie though.
No.
They were doing comparisons and whatnot, and they were making jokes. They were good jokes, but like they didn't really pick on the film like they've done with other, like The Mummy, for instance. They didn't,
but there was so much in The Mummy.
Yeah.
That you could...
Yeah, that was just full of.
Yeah.
So,
gems.
But Chris Pine, again, like, I just want to reiterate, he was a fantastic, I don't want to say audition because he's been part of the film since, the production started, but he was a fantastic part of Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Like, I really appreciated, I thought he was the greatest pick to be the guy to fill that role. He was the perfect supporting actor for that role. Like, I can't think of anyone else. That was a great thing that he pulled up was the list of Chris's, because it's all the big people in Hollywood right now are named Chris.
Yep.
And the other person would have been Chris, not Hemsworth, but
Evans?
Chris Pratt.
Pratt.
He would have been the other pick for this role, but he's like got more size.
Yeah.
And I think size-wise, Chris Pine fit the role better.
As in, you think he looks like someone that Wonder Woman could protect more?
Chris Pratt would dominate the screen with his size, I think.
Right.
Maybe that's me being silly, and maybe it would have demonstrated even more how strong Wonder Woman is, that she's protecting this guy who is clearly larger than her. Me personally, I just think Chris Pine was the best pick for this role.
Yeah.
Like, even thinking about like Chris Pratt being in this, I would have rather seen Chris Pine. Like,
Well, also, I mean, Chris Pratt already has his own superhero thing. He's in Guardians, and then Chris Hemsworth is Thor.
Okay.
Chris Pine, he's super awesome because he plays James Tiberius Kirk.
Yeah.
So that's super cool.
Yeah.
But he's not a superhero yet. Or he's not been in like a real superhero movie, although he's been in like a mega franchising movie.
This is true.
Yeah.
So you guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Let us know in the comments below how you felt about this Screen Junkies video. If you haven't seen any other Screen Junkies videos before, I don't believe that, but if you haven't, be sure to check out their videos. There'll be a link in the description below, youtube.com/screenjunkies. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Check out our other reactions, reviews, and short films. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.